There she is, Sam. The big rat.
The big rat?
The brain impulse galvanoscope, record and transfer.
With respect, Mac, I find it hard to believe that it has the capability you've described.
It has, Sam. You'll see.
Odd, Joe. Good. Now we can begin.
Is this it, Dad?
This is it. You know what to do. Now, Sam, I have recorded my brain patterns on that reel of tape. So, electronically, it now stores my knowledge and my experience. In a moment, I'm going to transfer that knowledge and experience to little Joe.
Okay, Dad. I'm ready.
Relax, Joe. Don't answer me. Just relax. Relax completely. All right. Now, what is the storage access time of the French C3400 computer?
The answer is 5 nanoseconds.
Is that the correct answer, Mac?
That is the correct answer.
Mac, it's been a long interrogation, but I just want to ask Joe one more question.
Okay, Sam. But then I think we will call it a day.
Right, Mac. Now, Joe, we've been talking now for over an hour about the C3400 computer. My last question. How many transistors are used in it?
That's easy. None. Pulsed light beams and integrated circuits make them unnecessary.
Oh, Mac, it's incredible, just incredible.
Well, Sam, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a dream come true.
How long will Joe retain all this knowledge?
As soon as we remove the electrodes, he'll be back to normal.
It all seems like a dream, Dad. How did I do?
You did just great, Joe.
Well, Sam, what do I ask convex computers? Tell me, how much is this invention worth?
You know, Mac, every time I emerge from that laboratory of yours, I'm surprised to find myself in an old English cottage.
That's the way we like it, Sam. A combination of the old and the new.
You're asking how much this invention was worth. Now, look, do me a favor, will you? Before you mention this to another living soul, give me 12 hours.
How do you mean, Sam?
I've got an idea how this could be used to produce a greater benefit than I'm sure you ever visualized. 12 hours, Mac. Is it a deal?
It's a deal. What? Now?
Yes, right now.
But is it that urgent, Sam?
Yes, it is. And bring Joe along, will you?
Oh, sure.
Now, look, Mac, I wouldn't ask you, but it's vital.
Okay, Sam, if you think it's important.
How soon can you be here?
Well, it'll take us a couple of hours.
Okay, Mac, see you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Uncle Sam must think it important, calling us out this time of night.
Yeah. It must be something to do with Big Rat. Hold tight.
Okay, we'll go over this once again, Professor. 1, world intelligence will buy, what do you call it? The Big Rat. 2, no one outside these 4 walls will know of its existence. 3, it will play a vital role in maintaining world peace.
I'm confused. Will somebody please explain to me how this crazy scheme's supposed to work?
Okay, Professor. Let me describe what could be Joe's first assignment. File number 90. It contains what little information we have on the Russian MiG-242. This aircraft is the fastest and most heavily armed in the world today. We have nothing equal to it in the West. We have no weapons that can stop it. And so the Russians have the capability of striking and destroying us at any moment they choose. Now, question. How does your boy and the Big Rat help to maintain world peace? Answer. By capturing a MiG-242 and revealing its secrets to the West, thus restoring the balance of power.
No.
Professor McLean, you really expect me to...
Dad, you've got to let me do
Keep out of this, Joe. Go outside.
Now, look, Max, now look, you look, Mr. Weston.
Although Joe is not my real son,
Professor,
Harvey,
we know all
since
this.
Mary died, that boy has meant more to me than...
know all that. No boy ever had a better father.
You expect me to risk his life?
Just try to see our side.
It's out of the question.
Professor McLean, the opportunity's here to prevent war.
Find someone else.
To save human life.
Joe's life comes
Make
first
new
to me.
discoveries. Just hold it, will you? Think of the potential, Mac.
But Joe is so young.
You won't regret it, Mac.
I hope not, Sam. I hope not.
Thanks.
Joe?
Can I do it, Dad? Can I work with Uncle Sam?
I suppose so, if you're sure you want to. But don't come crying to me if you get hurt.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Uncle Sam. Mr. Weston, can I ask you a question?
Why, sure, Joe. What is it?
When do I get my badge?
Right now, Joe 90. Right now. Now, this is how we would do it. A Russian pilot has agreed to hold a press conference in London. We'll be there.
John Woodburn, National Express. Have you flown a MiG-242? And if so, can you describe its performance to us?
I have flown the MiG-242 many times. As a matter of fact, I...
This is our man, Mac.
the initial test
Did you hear that?
program.
He's flown the 242 many
It was
times.
developed
Are you sure we're going to get this recording?
I hope so, Sam. The concealed antenna is right over his head.
There's a team of 8,000. The entire program was scheduled and monitored by a computer. We know that you have no similar aircraft and no defensive weapons capable of intercepting it.
Joe,
It is a truly
you can switch the machine
amazing
off now. Just
You
push the red
understand
button, mark stop.
security prevents
Okay,
me
Dad.
from giving you...
Now, Joe, Uncle Sam and I are coming home
See why
immediately.
the West
Okay,
should have
Dad.
any fear.
See you in a couple of hours.
I think you know the plan, Joe. Mac has managed to record the brain patterns of a Russian MiG-242 pilot. And now he's going to transfer all that captured knowledge to you. Are you ready?
Yes, Uncle Sam. I'm ready.
Good luck, son. Now, you know what to do. Just relax.
Now listen, Joe. WIN has provided you with some specially made equipment. First, a pair of glasses. Built in are the electrodes that your father normally connects to your temples that enable you to use the knowledge that's been transferred. Without them, you'll be Joe. But when you're wearing them, you'll have all the knowledge and experience of a Russian jet pilot. Next, a pistol, specially made for you. It's small, light, and will fire 200 times without reloading. A small portable transmitter and receiver linked to WIN's satellite network will enable you to talk to Mac or myself from any part of the world. Okay, Joe. You're now WIN's most special agent.
Uncle Sam, it's terrific.
Joe, this may seem a strange thing to say to WIN's most special agent, but we have a long journey tomorrow, and I think you ought to be getting to bed.
What, now?
Yes, now.
Thanks, Uncle Sam, for the glasses and the gun and that other thing. But if I'm a special agent, don't I get a badge?
Of course you get a badge, Joe.
Gentlemen, today is the first time that foreign correspondents have been allowed to view the 242 at close quarters. As you know, the details of the 242 are a closely guarded secret. And since you are all experts on aviation, with one notable exception... Where is he? Professor McLean, where is your boy?
If you will exercise a little more patience.
Well?
Contrary to what you have just stated, my boy is an expert on aviation. At this moment, he is probably climbing into the cockpit. And a few moments from now, he will fly it away. Then he'll battle his way through your air defense system and take the aircraft to England, where its secrets will be unraveled.
Gentlemen, please, please. All right, Professor McLean. Very funny. And now tell me, where is your boy?
Sam Luby from Joe 90. Airborne. Over.
Well done, Joe. Now, the Russians are bound to launch other aircraft and will try to shoot you down. Remember, Joe, you've got the skill and the knowledge of the finest pilot in the Russian Air Force. There'll be no match for you.
Okay, Sam. I've got the picture.
That's right, Control. One of the correspondents has stolen the MiG-242.
Message received. Past description of man who stole aircraft.
Well, Control, it wasn't a man. It was a boy.
A boy?
Yes, a boy, aged about 9.
A 9-year-old boy? Have you been drinking?
I will give you one final chance. Do you still persist in submitting this ludicrous report?
But it is true, Commander.
Dismiss. The man just leaving my office. Place him under close arrest. I will deal with him later.
No, no, you can't do this. I've been telling the truth. A little boy stole that aircraft, and he was 9 years old.
Professor McLean, please accept my government's apologies for this incident. I have arranged for you to be escorted to the airport in time for you to connect with your flight to London.
Thank you, Commander. You've been most courteous.
By the way, Professor, where is your boy?
Well, Commander, I should think he's just about halfway between Moscow and the Russian border, flying a MiG-242.
Moscow Air Defense System, 3 interceptor aircraft launched. Have instructed pilots to seek and destroy.
Thank you, Base 513. This is Moscow Air Defense System. Alert all ground-to-air missile stations.
Yes, sir.
Sam Louver from Joe 90.
Okay, Joe. Loud and clear.
Sam, I'm approaching the Russian border. My instruments tell me that I've got 3 MiG-242s on my tail. They're about 200 miles behind me. So I'm going to turn and shoot it out with air-to-air missiles. Over.
But, Joe, isn't that kind of dangerous?
Red 1 and Red 2, this is Red Leader. Bandit has turned to intercept. Stand by air-to-air missiles. Stand by to fire missiles. 5 seconds.
They can't really stop me now, Sam. They may try ground-to-air missiles. And that's just what they're doing, Sam. They're throwing everything they've got at me. I can't chance it. I'm going in to attack the base.
Okay, Joe. You're the expert.
Sam. Missile base completely destroyed. This is a great aircraft. Now look, Sam, I'm approaching the Russian border now. Have you obtained clearance for me to fly across Europe?
Sure, I've obtained clearance. From now, it's a clear flight all the way to England. The authorities over here want you to land at Manston in Kent.
Fantastic. It's a MiG-242, all right. When I got the message from Central Control, I just couldn't believe it. But they're dead right. Okay, radio the armored vehicles to close in. We can't take any chances.
Armored Vehicle 1 to Control Tower. There is no pilot. The cockpit is empty.
We can't have got very far. Search the area and bring anyone who saw the landing up here for interrogation.
Roger, will do.
Let's go over this once again. You were very close to this aircraft when it landed. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Now, when the aircraft stopped, you say the canopy opened, the pilot jumped out and ran to the airfield perimeter. Is that right? Yes, sir. Now, think very carefully. What age did you estimate the pilot to be? As I said before, sir, as far as I could tell, he were about 9-year-old. 9 years old, eh? And then you say, when he reached the airfield perimeter, he jumped into a waiting car. That's right, sir. That's just what he did. And now I expect you'll tell me that the car rose into the air and flew away. As a matter of fact, sir, that's exactly what did happen.
Well, you've pulled it off, Joe. A MiG-242 completely intact in the hands of the West. Oh, boy, what an achievement, huh?
It was so exciting. But you know something? I'd rather fly with you.
That's my boy. Hi, Mac.
Sam, didn't take you long to get down here. I'm just inserting the library tape you phoned me about.
A5?
Yes, A5. Major Charles Taylor, Chief Test Pilot, U.S. Army Air Force, small arms expert.
That's the one. You better get Joe down here, Mac. We haven't much time.
Right. Joe, can you come down here?
Right, Dad.
Well, Sam, what's this all about?
Well, two leading electronics experts, Professor Bronowski and Dr. Frank Adams, secretly recruited for a top security government project in Istanbul, have both been involved in fatal air crashes en route.
Bronowski and Adams. I read about the crashes, but their deaths weren't reported in the papers, Sam.
Because in both cases, theirs were the only bodies not recovered. We believe they were kidnapped before the plane crashed. We've got to find out how and why.
Where does Joe fit into this?
Joe and you, Mac, you're both flying to Istanbul. As a world authority on electronics, you're the bait.
Thanks very much.
Hello, Uncle Sam. Dad?
Hello, Joe. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. We have another mission for you.
Smashing.
Yes, it could be quite exciting, especially as I'm the bait.
Now, Mac, both Bronowski and Adams were traveling on medium-range passenger jets. You'll be traveling in the same type of plane, flight T-4063, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Dad's coming with me. It'll be great.
That's right, Joe. You could call this Operation McLean.
All right, Joe?
Yes, Dad.
Okay, Joe. Just relax. Relax completely.
We're all set, Sam. Leak it to the press that Professor McLean is flying to Istanbul. Give our unknown friends every opportunity.
Don't worry, Chief. It's all taken care of.
Good. Well, now it's up to the Professor and Joe 90.
Come on, Dad. Or we'll miss the plane.
For the last time, I'm in charge of this mission. Now keep calm. Now, where on earth did I leave my hat?
You're wearing it, Dad.
Huh? Oh, so I am. Well, to the car. Come on, Joe, hurry up.
I didn't think we were going to make it, Dad.
Just sit back and relax. I've got everything under control.
The Professor and the boy. Seats 11 and 12.
Thank you. Thank you very much, stewardess.
Able Victor to London Control. Airborne. Switching to Channel B. Out. Athens weather report. 2/10 cloud, visibility 15 miles, no heavy traffic.
Good. That means we should make Istanbul on schedule.
How many passengers do we pick up in Athens, sir?
10. We'll have a full ship for Istanbul.
Uh, 10 minutes to 9.
What's that you're reading, Dad?
The chart of the route. In about 15 minutes, we should be over the sea.
Dad, I wish I could go up to the flight deck. Do you think they'd let me?
You just sit tight, Joe. We've got a job to do.
Dolphin to Swordfish. Dolphin to Swordfish. Prepare for reception.
Approaching Athens. Start descent 2 minutes. Weather's still holding up.
Right. Well, it looks like we're going to make it.
There is a passenger requesting to come into the flight deck, sir.
Not right now. We're about to commence our approach to Athens. If you're staying aboard until Istanbul, I'll try to arrange it later.
I'm afraid later will not do, Captain. Please do not move.
Bill! You've killed him.
Not a bullet, Captain. A tranquilizer pellet. He will be unconscious for hours. Now, change course to 300 degrees magnetic. Do as I say. Switch to auto control. Set rate of descent at 800 feet per minute. Thank you, Captain. Seagull to Dolphin. Seagull to Dolphin. Will be at reception in 7 minutes. Over.
Good, Seagull. It should be a successful battle. Dolphin to Swordfish. Dolphin to Swordfish. Reception in 7 minutes. Repeat. Reception in 7 minutes.
Joe, something's wrong. We should be approaching Athens airport, but we're still over the sea. Have you got that pocket compass with you?
Yes, Dad.
Joe, this reads 300 degrees magnetic. That's at least 100 degrees off course.
How clever of you, Professor. Now do precisely as I say. Come with me to the rear compartment. I'll give you exactly 5 seconds. Do as I say, or your boy dies.
All right.
Dad, no!
Don't worry about me, son. Just do what you've been told.
After you, Professor.
Dad! Dad!
What is it?
That man, look, he's got a gun.
If anyone makes a move in the next 15 seconds, it will be his last. Say, what's going on? Right. Inside the escape unit, Professor. What was that? They've ejected.
The pilot. He's unconscious.
What? Then who's flying the plane?
No one. And we're losing height.
We're going to crash. We'll all be killed.
Now look, stay calm. Help me with these escape doors.
We'll never get through there. It's solid steel.
We've got to. It's our only chance.
Uncle Sam, they forced Dad out of the plane. A man and a stewardess, and we're diving.
Joe, put on the glasses.
Uncle Sam, Dad's gone, and everybody...
Joe, listen to me.
Put on the glasses. The glasses, Joe.
Put them on.
Oh, the glasses.
Put them on, Joe. Open up.
Open up in there!
Joe. Joe!
Okay, Sam. I've switched to manual. I'm trying to pull her out of the dive. If there's time.
We're climbing. We're climbing.
Okay, Sam. We're going back upstairs. Everything's A-OK.
Nice work, Joe. What are you going to do now?
Level off at 5,000 feet, then head back to where the professor was forced to eject. As near as I can judge, it was grid reference point TU-74.
Right. I'll alert the Navy.
They won't get far.
Thanks.
You have excelled yourself, Kramer.
It was too easy. I'd have thought world intelligence might have given the professor at least a one-man escort.
Yes. However, I have an extremely interesting proposal for you, Professor.
Do you think, after what you've done to my boy and the other people on that plane, that I'd be interested in anything you had to say?
We have ways of making you cooperate, Professor.
Kramer is crude, but right, my friend. Ways that you could never possibly envisage.
You're wasting your time.
We shall see, Professor. However, that will wait till we are aboard the submarine.
Something. It's a sub, just surfacing. Grid reference TU-74.1.
Grid reference TU-74.1. That's a restricted area, Joe. It could be the pickup for the professor.
Is there no trace of him?
No, I can't see it. Hey, wait a minute. There's something. Looks like a speedboat.
Hey, that must be it.
Joe, whatever happens, don't let that speedboat get near the sub, or we may never see the professor again.
But Sam, this is an airliner, not a jet fighter.
Joe, you can do it.
Remember, you have the knowledge and experience of one of the world's finest pilots.
The patrol's on its way. Just keep the speedboat away from the sub till they get there.
Okay, Sam. I'll do my best.
You will find it's a most interesting project, Professor. An orbiting satellite broadcasting sonic death rays capable of paralyzing whole cities. What is it, Kramer?
It's a plane.
I think it's just some sort of passenger jet. It's very low.
You're right.
You fool, Kramer. It's the plane AV-21. It's the aircraft you were supposed to have destroyed.
I don't understand. It must have crashed. Both the pilots were unconscious.
One of them must have recovered.
Impossible.
Then it must be a passenger.
No. We checked most carefully. None of them has any experience of flying.
One has.
Who?
My son, Joe.
Kramer?
A boy, 9. 10 at the most.
You have a very strange sense of humor, Professor.
We shall see. I think he's coming round again.
I'm going in to divert the speedboat.
Good luck, Joe.
It's heading straight for us.
We are going to crash.
I managed to turn them, Sam. But they're coming back for more.
Hold them just a little longer, Joe. The naval patrol is nearly with you.
This time, Kramer, whatever happens, maintain course.
I understand.
Dolphin to swordfish. Dolphin to swordfish.
We are under attack. Require immediate assistance. Require immediate assistance.
So that's the way things are.
Whoever's flying that plane is throwing it around like a toy.
It's still coming.
That's my boy.
Shut up!
It's coming through everything.
Just maintain course.
You'll kill us all.
This time there's no turning back.
Don't give way, Joe.
No.
You will pay for that. Kramer, can you restart the engine?
Don't bother. Look.
Professor. I know when I'm beaten. But tell me one thing. Who was piloting that plane?
It was Joe. My son. Well done, Joe.
Mission completed, Sam. Over and out.
Captain William Barry and co-pilot Frank Casper, who together played a major part in foiling a sinister plot to destroy the free world, were at Buckingham Palace this morning for the royal investiture. Authorities at Mayland Military Hospital report that both are in good health, but have suffered a complete loss of memory of the events leading up to the incident. A hospital spokesman said, in such cases of severe strain, total amnesia is not uncommon, and the full facts might never be known. I wonder what they'd say if they knew what really happened.
They never will, Mac. But that's life, Joe, in the WIN.
So it is true.
Oniran!
Not so, Sushi!
Hamagato, Hamagato!
Ta tốt trên. Ta tốt trên.
This is FEZ. 1200 hours, 410. Confirm complex is complete. We'll pass detailed description later. Operation Tiger commences in 10 days. Map references IFS 104827. Out.
Did you send that report to HQ?
Yes, sir. It went off this afternoon.
Good. I'll get it. All right, all right. What do you want?
Take me to the military intelligence. It's vital. Vital.
You'd better come in.
Who's in charge here?
Calm down, sir. Can I see your identification?
I must see someone in authority. I have positive...
Get outside and see if you can see anything.
Sir.
Professor, Joe, I'd like you to listen to this.
This is FEZ. 1200 hours, 410. Confirm complex is complete. We'll pass detailed description later. Operation Tiger commences in 10 days. Map references IFS 104827. Out.
What does it mean, Sam?
FEZ was the code name of one of our agents working in the Far East, number 26. He was killed at the border. But that scrap of information, together with our other intelligence reports, confirms our worst fears.
Contrary to the disarmament agreement, the Eastern Alliance have built a secret rocket installation.
For what purpose?
A simple but effective one. They intend to put a nuclear device into orbit around the Earth in 10 days' time and hold the world a ransom.
And that's what FEZ meant about Operation Tiger.
That's right, Joe. Operation Tiger.
That rocket base must be destroyed.
Well, there it is, Mr. Luva. The VG-104. Our fastest, most heavily armed fighter bomber. It has immense destructive power.
It's going to need it. General, here are a set of drawings. They detail a series of modifications to be carried out on the VG-104. The work must have absolute priority.
I understand, Mr. Luva. We have our orders. WIN will have our complete cooperation. Just one thing. If you could tell me a little more about the operation, I could decide on the pilot to be assigned to you.
That won't be necessary, General.
Mr. Luva, the VG-104 is the most complex aircraft flying today. It takes an experienced pilot a year to master it. You'll have to use one of our men.
Don't worry, General. WIN will supply the pilot with all the knowledge and experience required.
I wish he'd hurry up.
Yes, Joe. He shouldn't be much longer. Ah, here he is now.
Amazing what you see on the roads these days.
Hold tight, Joe. Blast, he didn't give a signal.
Well, we were going to force him off the road, Dad.
All right, Joe. We'll take a shortcut and catch him up.
Dad. Don't lose him this time.
I won't, Joe. It's a straight road with no turn-offs.
I thought they took the other road. What's that madman trying to do?
Hold on, Joe.
Madman! Madman!
He looks pretty angry, Dad. Be careful.
Only to be expected, Joe. Bring the portable recorder.
Right, Dad.
What are you playing at? There could have been a serious accident. That heap of iron shouldn't be allowed on the road.
My name's Professor McLean, and this is my son, Joe.
What were you trying to do? I could have been killed.
I knew a man with the steel nerve and lightning reaction of a jet pilot would handle the situation.
Dad, this gentleman isn't... He couldn't be Fearless Foley, could he?
Oh, it's the papers, you know, these ridiculous nicknames they give people. That's not the point. You very...
I can only apologize most profusely. And, of course, I will pay for any damage.
Well, I think that...
Mr. Foley, could I record your brain pattern? Then I can fly a VG-104 just like you.
Brain pattern? I don't understand.
It won't take a minute. Please.
They're obviously both unbalanced. All right, all right.
Thank you for obliging my son. He works for World Intelligence. You know.
Really?
That's it, sir. Right there.
I know, General. I know we're asking a lot. All right, if that's the best you can do. Fine, General. Goodbye. Hello, Mac. Joe?
Is something wrong, Uncle Sam?
The VG-104 won't be ready till 24 hours before that enemy rocket's due to blast off.
That's cutting it pretty fine, Sam.
That's worse. Intelligence reports that they've moved in ground-to-air missiles. The defenses were already formidable. It's going to be one of the most dangerous assignments you've ever undertaken, Joe.
I'll try not to let you down, Uncle Sam.
Well, Joe, you now have the brain patterns of the most experienced pilot of the VG-104 in the World Air Force, and that of an expert on the Eastern Alliance defense systems.
Correct, Mac. Right, let's get to that final briefing.
All the modifications have been carried out, Mr. Luver. Extra fuel tanks, special adapted seat and control, more firepower all round. Right down to the tiger on the nose.
Thank you, General.
Well, as soon as your pilot arrives, we can begin.
He's here already.
You mean yourself, Mr. Luver?
No, I mean Joe.
You can't be serious.
I was never more serious in my life. This mission requires specialized knowledge and experience. No one man possesses it. Take it from me, General. Joe does.
If I didn't have a written order from the world president himself, I'd call the whole mission off.
But you have. So let's begin.
All right. If you will look at the map, the VG-104 will fly on a direct route to here. Although the aircraft has been fitted with extra fuel tanks, the added payload of bombs and rockets will make it necessary to refuel.
The usual method will be used, I presume.
Yes. A jet tanker will rendezvous at International Fix System 2044. You will then fly 078 across the coast here. As WIN have insisted on keeping the exact location of the rocket base a secret, presumably the rest of the route has been plotted by members of your staff.
It's all been taken care of.
Very well. We will use communications wave band 1524. Your code name is Tiger.
I've got all that, General. You have made each point quite clear.
Well, I don't pretend to even begin to understand all this, but a heavy responsibility rests on your shoulders, young man. The future of the world could well be in your hands. Good luck.
This is Tiger to Control. Request clearance for takeoff.
You are clear to proceed. Use runway 4.
Good luck, Joe.
Be careful, son.
Tiger to base. Leveled off at 50,000. On course. Out.
Well, thank you, General. There's nothing more we can do here, Mac.
You're right, Sam. Let's get back to the cottage. Well, he should be making the refueling rendezvous about now.
Yeah. He won't switch to the wind wave band until he crosses the enemy coast.
Tiger to tanker. I have visual contact. Coming in for rendezvous.
Understood. Out.
This is what I can't stand, the waiting.
We should hear from him soon, Mac. He'll be overflying the coast any minute.
And once he does that, he's alone against the enemy.
Thanks, boys. Be seeing you.
Good luck, Tiger.
Joe 90 to base.
There he is.
Loud and clear, Joe 90.
Have just crossed the coastline. We'll fly in at 0 feet under the radar screen.
You're right on schedule, Joe. You should reach the rocket base just as it's getting dark.
I've got the picture, Sam. Out. .38 miles from target. Commencing final attack.
Okay, Joe.
zone. Now.
Avagato! Avagato!
You were right, Sam. I think I've woken them up. They've got tremendous firepower, Sam. They're bound to hit me sooner or later.
Listen, Joe, you've got to get that rocket. It's fueled, ready for blast-off. One direct hit should do it.
Okay, Sam. I'm going in again. Steady now. Mission accomplished. The base is totally destroyed.
Great work, Joe.
Well done, Joe. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, Mac. I'll be home for breakfast. Out.
Will you and Joe be in for lunch?
Yes, Mrs. Harris. We intend to have a nice, relaxed day.
Could we go fishing this afternoon, Dad?
Yes, that's a good idea, Joe.
It's losing altitude.
Get a cross-fix from Baroda and check flight control.
I already have, sir. It is not one of ours.
Crash positions.
Crew to crash positions.
Automatic mayday.
Automatic mayday set, sir.
Prepare to eject.
Co-pilot to crew. Crash procedure. This is your checklist.
It's going to crash.
Okay. Get them out of here.
Set individual systems go. Eject at will. Now they're all clear.
Okay. Let's go.
Good luck, sir.
And you, Hal. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
search for the 4 nuclear devices lost in the tragic crash of the B-107 last Tuesday has been successfully concluded. A spokesman announced that the last bomb was located early this morning. The fact that the aircraft crashed inside the Arctic Circle just 3 miles from the eastern sector prevented a major political incident.
That's good news.
The weather will remain bright.
Turn it off, Joe.
Yes, Dad.
We'll pick up Joe and the professor at the cottage. It's trouble. Big trouble. It looks like a job for Joe 90.
There they are. Are you ready, Joe?
Yes, Dad.
Come on, then.
You're not all vowed, are you, Professor? I've got your lunch already.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Harris. We'll stop somewhere on the way and get a sandwich.
Sandwiches? Now, you make sure you get something hot.
All right, Mrs. Harris. Bye.
Bye, Mrs. Harris.
Goodbye. Always gallivanting off at mealtimes. I don't know what they get up to, I'm sure.
Well, Professor, Joe, here's the mission. Last Tuesday, an Air Force B-107 bomber was forced down inside the Arctic Circle by a freak storm.
Yes, it's been widely reported.
The point is, that bomber was carrying 4 nuclear devices.
They found them all, Uncle Sam. We heard it on the radio.
3 have been located and recovered. The 4th is missing.
I see.
The crash was only a few miles from the eastern sector. That's why Wynn have taken over. I released that false information for security reasons.
Has the ground search been called off?
Yes, we realized there's only one place it can be.
Where's that, Uncle Sam?
On the seabed. It must have gone right through the ice. That's the only explanation.
That bomb must be recovered.
Is there any danger it'll detonate?
That's virtually impossible. But the political implications are enormous.
One man has the knowledge and ability to recover that device. He's carried out an extensive underwater survey of the whole area. Dr. William Kelvin.
One problem. Dr. Kelvin is nearly 70. He's too old. That's why we need Joe.
Yes, gentlemen. I know the area well. You say you're thinking of organizing an underwater Arctic expedition.
Yes, Doctor. We'd be glad of any help you could give us.
I wish I was 20 years younger. I'd come with you. Mind you don't break anything there, Joe. What is that instrument your son is playing with, Professor?
Well, actually, it's a record and transmitting device.
It's going to help us record your brain pattern, Doctor.
Record my brain pattern? Oh, very good. I may be an old man, but I haven't lost my sense of humor. Now, where was I? Of course, I was on the first expedition to sail right under the pole. Only a boy at the time, but I remember everything as clear as if it was yesterday. The submarine was one of the first nuclear-powered ships built. It was a great adventure, and it caught the imagination of the world. Big headlines in all the papers.
How did I do, Uncle Sam?
Just great, Joe.
Well, the doctor's a fine old man. He certainly knows his subject.
Where to now, Mr. Weston?
Back to the cottage, Joe. Get you brained up, and then the real assignment. Find that missing nuclear device.
All right, Mr. Weston. The transfer's complete.
I'm ready, Mr. Weston.
Right. We rendezvous with the Navy icebreaker just inside the Arctic Circle. That will take us to the edge of the pack ice. the B-107 crashed here.
Now, we do know there are strong underwater currents in this area, so the device could have been carried further west to this area.
What's that? It could be our biggest problem. It's Vostula, the Eastern Alliance base and underwater research center.
The mini-sub you'll use, Joe, has a limited range. You'll have to pass close to that base. Let's hope they think we've pulled out and relaxed their radar watch.
I want the radar watch kept at emergency level.
But, sir, the aerial survey confirms all the Western Alliance forces have been pulled back.
That's just it. It all happened so quickly. Too quickly. They could well be planning something.
Our captain here, Mr. Weston.
What is it, Captain?
Well, this is as far as we can take you, sir.
Right. Prepare the mini-sub. And remember, I want everyone away from the area when it's ready.
Okay, Joe, you better get ready. This cabin will be the control room. We'll use transmitters on scramble to maintain contact.
Right, Sam. I'll locate that bomb and bring it back. Joe 90 to base. Joe 90 to base.
Loud and clear, Joe.
I am now under the ice. I'll begin vector search west as soon as I reach the crash.
Understood, Joe 90. Out. Well, he's on his way.
Yes, all we can do now is wait.
Well, only 3 more weeks in this icebox, and we will be relieved.
Yes, it's been a long tour of duty.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you reach the mainland?
I got it all worked out.
Nothing to do?
Yes, Commander.
Then get on with it.
I found a few pieces of wreckage. The current has carried them a long way west.
Listen, Joe, our sonar radar puts you less than 10 miles from Vostula. They could still pick you up on their underwater detection gear.
Let me talk to him. Joe, you'd better turn back. If you get into difficulties, we won't be able to help.
No chance. I know this seabed like the back of my hand, remember? I'm going to find that bomb.
Just what I needed.
And drink it quick in case the commander decides to come back.
He won't. He's probably fast asleep.
Base to Joe 90. Turn back. You're less than 8 miles from Vosgila.
Hold on, Sam. I found a lot more wreckage. The device must be around here somewhere.
Well, you know best, Joe, but they must spot you soon.
Joe 90 to base. I've located the device. It's lodged in a crack in the rocks, but it shouldn't be too difficult to pick up.
Oh, great work, Joe, but don't hang around there longer than you have to.
No, you're wrong. They won, 3-2.
It was a two-all draw, I tell you.
Ha! Would you like to bet?
All right, I don't mind taking your money. A day's pay.
You're on. I think...
What is it?
Look! Get the commander down here.
Commander, we have an unidentified sonar tracer.
It's a positive tracer.
Range 7.8 miles.
That puts it inside our sector. General alarm.
Yes, Commander.
Send out the U-18s. Tell them to seek and destroy.
This is control to U-18 captains and crews. This is an operational alert.
It's lodged tighter than I thought. It may take me a few minutes to free it.
Right, Joe. But work as fast as you can.
Come on, Joe.
What's that? On the screen. There.
2 other tracers, and they're heading right for him.
Base to Joe 90. We picked up 2 underwater vehicles about 4 miles from your position. They're probably enemy killer subs. Get out of there fast.
Not till I get what I came for. Out.
Just over 3 miles, still closing.
Base to U-18s. I want the intruder found and destroyed. Fire missiles on sight.
They're closing fast. Move out, Joe.
Just a few more seconds, Sam. She's coming. got it.
Great work, Joe. Now listen. The enemy are less than a mile from you. Your only chance is to use your knowledge of the underwater terrain to outmaneuver them.
Don't worry, Sam. That's just what I'm going to do.
They're right on top of him.
Joe 90 to control. I'm in an underwater cave. They know I'm here somewhere, and they're still searching.
Listen, Joe. Your air supply is getting critical. You'll have to make a move soon.
I know the situation, Sam. I'm going to try something. Joe 90 to base. I think I've lost them, Sam.
Yeah, you certainly have, Joe. You can return to base. Well, Joe, mission complete. The atomic device is safe. You did a great job.
Thanks, Uncle Sam.
Mr. Weston, the Vostular base commander is no fool. That message he radioed to the ship sounded as if he means to start trouble.
Yes, he can't prove a thing, but he can put two and two together.
What do you intend to do?
I've invited him aboard.
You've done what, Chief?
Yes, I think we'll just have a little talk and see if we can pick his brains. I think his brain pattern could come in mighty useful one of these days. What do you think, Joe?
I think you're a winner, Mr. Weston.
Joe.
A winner? Oh, that's right. W-I-N, winner. That's very good. That's very good, Joe, yeah.
few seconds in the mysterious brain converter, and an ordinary boy becomes the world's greatest super agent.
Ejected well.
When the safety of the world is threatened, when defeat seems certain, there's only one person to call.
It's trouble. Big trouble. It looks like a job for Joe 90.
I'm approaching the Russian border. My instruments tell me that I've got 3 MiG-242s on my tail.
When the situation spells danger, when the odds are impossible,
They're throwing everything they've got at me.
Joe 90 turns defeat into victory.
Get out of there fast.
Not till I get what I came for.
He destroys the enemy with their own secrets.
Now.
He's Joe 90, the most super agent of them all. The amazing adventures of Joe 90.